Okay, here's my video review of the Magic Square Ironhide, aka Magic Square B44 Ken. So here's a look at the front of the box with the nice artwork. I like the airbrush rendering technique. But that's not really my style, but this definitely looks really nice. Then the back of the box with the silhouette of the vehicle mode. This is only suitable for persons over 16 years old. Over 16 years old. Here's the side of the box with the character from the cartoon episode Child's Play. So this is Aaron, which is really cool because if you remember that episode, the Autobots and Decepticons, they were really small. Kind of like what these are. These are Legends scale figures. Here's the other side of the box, the top of the box, and the back with the warnings. So I already opened this, and what you get is the instructions, of course, with this really nice small bio card with that same nice artwork. I really like this, and I'm glad Magic Square is doing it for all their figures. And then you get the three main accessories. This is, I don't know what you call this, but this is from that scene where Bumblebee was riding inside Ironhide, shooting the ground to trap all that water from damaging the houses. And also when he went chasing after Skywarp with Blue Streak, this was on his back. So very interesting how this kept disappearing in that episode and then reappearing. Here's his handgun, which this is, I think this is now starting to become noticed as a standard Autobot weapon, because Bumblebee has a similar design along with some Trailbreaker, I think. Yeah, and so I think maybe this is a standard Autobot weapon. And then his rocket pack, which does not come with any transparent flame things, so that was kind of unfortunate, but it would be nice to have. So this just attaches to his back. And then you get a lot of accessory replacement parts for his hands, which I'm not gonna show. I mean, these are nice for people who utilize them, but I don't really play with my figures taking them out to have all these different gestures. But then he also has, I think this is like some sort of cannon thing for his hand. I don't remember what specifically, but you know, where he's shooting out stuff a few times in the cartoon. And then a couple of other ones, accessories like a different face and some sort of antenna thing. And then, yeah, there's some other thing that comes out of his hand, weapon. But yeah, you get a lot of accessories, which are nice, like they do with a lot of other figures, but I don't really use them, so it's kind of pointless for me. So now, here's Ironhide in the vehicle mode, which I already transformed it and put the Autobot sticker, so just getting a nice look. This is, well, this is one of the issues, trying to get these panels so it doesn't get all pushed in, but it should look something more close to this. in the back. But when you look at it, this is really nice. Nice metallic blue painted windows. Definitely going after the cartoon aesthetics. Yeah, really nice. All these parting lines you see on the window, they don't look too bad when they're in a legend scale, but if they did this in Masterpiece, that would be very distracting. You get some rubber wheels, which, you know, has a difficult time rolling because there isn't really much clearance here. But that's okay. I mean, you can press really hard and get it to roll. You can't. Or MGO. Yeah. But it's still nice. Some people complain about the length, the proportion, but in person, this actually looks really nice. So this is what he looks like in vehicle mode. A lot of details. That's what's really nice. The bumper, the lights, the yellow stripe from the cartoon. Very cartoon aesthetic. I really like it. So now I am going to transform this. Okay, so first thing, you want to separate the top and the bottom. And then separate the front like that, so you can split the legs and start start really unpacking all these flaps and untabbing them. You can see all the tabs, so you can start transforming it. So from here, I like to start with the legs. So let's see. With the legs, starting with this bumper, let's see how you do this. There's a lot of tabs. You got to untab a lot of things. So if I can remember, there are 2 pins here, so it obviously swivels down, but this is actually in the way, so maybe you got to open this up first. Separate the 2 sides. So then you get better access to this foot. And then you got to bring it down. And then fold this down. And then you can see this foot needs to be rotated. And this is 2 pins, so it's on a double hinge. So that's where you got to bring this down, just like that, to form the foot. Okay, then I'm going to open the cover of his foot, which brings the back of the foot. And then you got to fold all these things back up. So there's 2 parts you need to fold in. Fold in the larger side first, then the smaller side. If you do it the other way, it won't fold down. Once you fold them, then you can bring the part of the window down and then push it in. And then let's see, I think all you need to do here is just close the well, that's a problem. The rubber tire started coming undone somehow, so put the rubber tire, yeah, because there's not clearance right there. If you just saw, that's how that's happening. So you need to get some clearance here, and then bring down the other part of the leg and then tab it together, which, yeah, you gotta make sure you line up all the tabs. And then you got one leg done. Now I'll do the same thing again. So let's see, you got to pull out this other part to allow you access to the foot, and then you got to bring down this rear bumper from that tab you see. So then you can rotate this foot around and then push this down. And then you adjust this way to form the foot. Okay, and then from in here you lift up the front of the leg, pull out the back of the leg, and then, oh yeah, remember you gotta fold these panels back in. Fold in the large one first, then the small one, tuck it in, and then here we go again, not enough clearance, so the tire is actually hitting here, so you gotta kind of push it through here. There. Yeah, there's not clearance there, but make sure you get it put in like that without the rubber tires coming off. Close that, and then tab these, line them up, and then tab it in, and then what do you got? You got the other leg done. So now, oh, this is gonna get a little tricky. I gotta remember which way things go. But let's see. First of all, you gotta bring out these arms. So to do that, you gotta start untabbing things. So untab these side windows, so then you can have room to bring the arms out, just kind of like that. And then you just kind of notice things. Obviously this is going to be the front side, and that's going to be the back where the rocket fits in. So now you see this obviously has to be rotated around. This is the part that it's a little tricky, but to do that, let's see, you got to first fold in these windows, and then I got to remember which way it goes. I think you lift them up. Yeah, just want to point out too, you know, it's not just on a hinge, but it's on a sliding hinge, so you pull it out and then you can swivel it up. And let's see, that gives you some clearance here. So now you got to swing this 180 just like that, and make sure front and the front are facing the right direction. And then this is gonna fold and tab underneath. Oh, okay, let's see if I remember here. This yeah, you got to make sure you get it straight like this. So like I said, if you can see, it's not just on a pin, but it's on this extending piece. So extend it down, push it down so you can get it straight 90 degrees like that. And this is where parts are going to get a little tricky, because let's see, you bring the rear down on this double hinge, and that's supposed to go over here. Let's see. And it's supposed to tuck behind the front of the car window. So this is the part that gets a little tricky. But yeah, see, so you're gonna have to push it in a little bit till you push it down like that. And then you can fold in the windows to form the side of his chest. Same thing here, fold in the window, push in the side of the chest. And then you just have to take notice of the arms, because they do need to be extended. They are like on double hinges, so you have to make sure you get it like that. But there was another step that actually happened automatically, sort of. But the shoulders, you do need to push them down. And that's actually very important transformation back to vehicle mode. You do need to, it's kind of hard, but you do need to extend up these shoulder pieces, which is really kind of hard. But you can see that's a very important step when transforming. Otherwise the windows won't close in. So when you put it back to robot, you push it down. Same thing, this side, push it down, and make sure you see how there's a hinge here, and then there's another one there. You just got to make sure you get it right, like that. And then you got to fix these arms so it actually opens up. So you fold it in, and fold it in, and close it so you form his arm. So let's see, from the back view, you have to open it, split it to open it, push that in, this side, fold it in, and then close it. Okay, what did I do wrong here? Yeah, and you close it. Okay, then just bring the head up, and there you go, he's robot mode. This is really nice. I really like this. I really like it because just look at it. This is so cartoon accurate. Blows away New Age, even though New Age is redoing theirs, or another redo figure. But this is really nice. Now to show it off with some other figures, here's the Optimus Prime. I think that scale's really nice. However, you know, he should be a little bit bigger. So here's the X version of Trailbreaker, which has a more cartoon accurate face. I think I'll point out, I think that's what Magic Square is now focused on. They're now trying to make it more closer to the cartoon. So they're refixing things. Like their first release was not cartoon accurate, so they released this one. And I want to point out that this, whatever you call this accessory, it should not be in the center. It should be more to this side. Being in the center is kind of like the original toy where it attaches to the back of his head. So I'm thinking I might just drill a small hole to the side. So let me just tell you, so it would be more like that, cartoon accurate. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do. But let me see if I can put this back on and show you what I'm talking about. This is, well, if you saw my previous videos, I was telling you Trailbreaker is actually a little bit too small. He should be a little bit taller. That's why I got the McFans Toys version. And also, this is what I'm noticing, Trailbreaker definitely should be taller than Ironhide. Actually, Ironhide's a little taller than Trailbreaker here. So this is one of the issues with Magic Square, is that their scale is a little off. This should have been a little bit bigger, this should have been a little bit bigger. And just to reinforce what I'm saying, we'll bring in Hound. You know, that scene where Trailbreaker, Hound, and Mirage are together. This is what I'm talking about. Trailbreaker should definitely be a little bit bigger, along with Ironhide. So, I'm not sure how I feel about that, you know, because these, like this just looks so awesome. Very cartoon accurate. It's just, the issue now is just the proportion. They're just a little bit, these figures are a little bit too small. But aside from that, when you're looking at these, this is what is so awesome. Look at that. I mean, this is starting to look like a really nice set. And this is what I was telling you. I think Magic Square is now going with a more cartoon aesthetic. Because if you see one of their earlier release of Blue Streak compared to Prowl, that ugly blue always bothered me. And then his black chest should actually be a darker gray, not black. But this is one of their earlier release. So I'm just like their early release of Trailbreaker. You know, even though I have to spend more money, I do hope that they remake this to be colored a little bit more cartoon accurate, because that is what it looks like Magic Square is going for now. And let's bring in Bumblebee. The vehicle mold does not look very good, but this is, if I can zoom in, this is like the best that you can get right now for Magic Square. So I'm okay with that. However, I have issues with their cliff jumper. But if you can see, I did paint part of the forearms gray. It doesn't match the gray on his legs, but you know, to make it a little bit more cartoon accurate. So you should go here with this Buddy, Hound, and Mirage. That's going to be coming next, I think. Well, Ratchet and then Mirage. So those are some of my thoughts, and this is the collection so far that's growing. Let's move these guys out of the way because Ironhide actually appeared in the episode with Blue Streak. So that was cool. And what was funny is this accessory that goes on his back when they're flying together. I don't know why there's some scenes where he has it and then the next scene he doesn't have it, and then you see a scene where it opens up and he has it. So that's kind of cartoon error, but it is what it is. And these, even though there's some issues with the scale, it is what it is, and it looks really good, along with these other ones with the trailer, some of the other Magic Square figures. Oh, he belongs here. Some and yeah, he belongs here too. I mean, I do have the other figures, but I was telling you the scale is a little off. I don't want to bring out the Magic Square, but that's how I'm trying to fix it. But anyways, this is my long review of Ironhide. Magic Square Ironhide. Really nice figure.
The Decepticons! They're escaping! After them! Save it, Ironhide. They're too fast for us in the air. Well, I'm tired of sucking their vapor trail. I'll stop them! Ironhide, come back!
Call it off, Ironhide! There's too many of them! They're out of reach!
Stop yapping, Blue Streak! This is my fight!
Make it our fight!